Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I honestly do not know how to start this video. I guess I'll just start talking to you guys like if I was talking to a friend. This video, I've been wanting to make it for a long time. It's gonna be one of the hardest videos I make in my channel or ever, because I'm really gonna open up about everything that I'm going through in my life. And I just wanted to make this video for you guys because I've been talking about it. I have said that I want to talk about my anxiety and stuff like that, and I never did this video because, like I said, it's kind of scary in a way to just like put your emotions in the internet. But I just know that this video is going to be super long, so sorry for that, but I really hope you guys watch it. Also, I'm just filming in front of my window, so that's why the lighting looks a little bit different. I'm not wearing no makeup because honestly I'm not wearing no makeup because I might get emotional. I don't know. I'm a really emotional person, and as you guys could see, I talk a lot with my hands, so I'm sorry if that's a little bit distracting, but for some reason I like to talk with my hands. So I guess let's just get into this video. And yeah, I don't know where to start. So you guys know what I'm going to be talking in this video. I'm mainly going to be talking about my depression, anxiety, and other stuff that it has made it go to that point, if that makes sense. Basically how I started having all of that. So I guess I'll start from the beginning. So almost 3 years ago, I believe, I don't even remember, I don't try to think about it, I had a big panic attack. And I'm not gonna go into detail of how my panic attack was because I do want to make a separate video talking about it, because I really want to tell you guys how it happened. So basically I had my first panic attack, and when it happened I didn't know what it meant to have. I didn't even know the word panic attack. Well, I have heard it, but I didn't know what it really meant, or I didn't really know what anxiety meant. So when it happened, at first I was just like, okay, so one thing happening, you know, it happened at work, and they told me, oh, you're probably gonna start having anxiety, or do you suffer from anxiety? And I was like, no, I don't even know what that is. So I started learning from it, and during that week from my first panic attack, it wasn't like a really big panic attack, but it was like the first time I felt that way when you have a panic attack. So during that week I had my huge panic attack, the one that actually changed my life. So when I had that huge panic attack, I thought I was gonna die. Because I still wasn't sure, I still didn't know how it felt to have a panic attack. I still didn't know that you feel like you're having a heart attack, you can't breathe, you start shaking, and everyone's different. Because from research that I have done, and I have done so much research about it just for me to learn how to handle it, everyone has different ways of having anxiety. Everyone has different ways of having panic attacks. So for me, it's like I said, I feel shaky, I can't breathe, I feel like I'm having a heart attack, my heart is just, you know, beating so hard, and it just feels like I'm gonna die. When I had that big panic attack, I was actually in downtown. I was by myself, so I had to call an ambulance because I thought I was gonna die. So that's how bad it was. From that panic attack that I had, that really big one, every day I was having panic attacks. So every day I would just get up and have a panic attack. At that time I was working in a company. I'm not gonna say the name because I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name, but I was working in a cell phone company for many years. It was a really reliable job for me, but there was a lot of stress going on. So, and my boss, like, honestly, my boss was an asshole. I know sometimes we say, oh, our bosses are assholes, but he was an asshole. Like, he will put you down. Like, he will tell you things that no one should ever tell you, and I never did nothing about it. So I think mentally it was affecting me the way he would put me down, and I didn't really realize it because I'm used to it. And the reason why I say I'm used to it is because I wasn't born here, if you guys didn't know that. I was born in Mexico, so I'm not from here, and I'm used to people looking at you and putting you down because you're not from here, you know. So to me, I guess it was in a way kind of normal for people to treat me like that, because it's like back then I wasn't like, I was, I guess you could say, illegal to be here, but now I am able to be here legal. I don't know if that makes sense. But if you guys want me to talk more about that, I could do a separate video, because I actually have DACA. If you guys don't know what DACA is, you guys could research about it. I'm pretty sure you guys know. But so back then I didn't have DACA, and you know, you're always scared that you're gonna be sent back home or stuff like that. I mean, at least I was always scared. So yeah, I let people boss me around and really put me down and never really say nothing, because I'm like, I need the job and I have to stay here. So that was going on, and that made, I guess, my anxiety to start. And I'm sorry if you guys hear a dog barking. I can't make it. There's some dog outside. So I think that's what kind of like the anxiety started with me. And then also my mom passed away when I was almost 10 years old. So that's something that I had kept inside of me for many years. We never really talked about it. My dad never really talks about my mom, and I think he doesn't because it hurts him to talk about my mom. So we never really talk like, am I okay? I have a little brother, is he okay? You know, it was just like, she passed away, that's it, you know, you move on with life. But it wasn't like that. As when you're young and especially your mom passes away, like, that's really difficult. And at first I didn't really understand it. I think it started hitting me when I was like 15, 16. That's when I really started realizing, like, fuck, like, sorry, like, damn, I don't have a mom. Like this really sucks. And since then I felt like something was affecting me, but I didn't really know what it was. And the reason why I'm saying all of this is because when I started, like I said, when I started with my anxiety and panic attacks, I had to leave that job that I had because it was really toxic. I couldn't keep on working there, because when I would start feeling bad or sick, I will call my boss and tell him, because I was an assistant manager, so I was in charge, and at that time everyone quit. I was like the only one working. It was in a kiosk, so I was like the only one working, and sometimes I would get someone to come and help me. And I will call him, my boss, and I will tell him, you know what, I really don't feel good, like I need to leave. And he will tell me things like, oh, if you really feel sick, then you should call an ambulance, because I don't believe that you don't feel good, you just want to leave, stuff like that. So you guys can understand. So I just felt like, obviously, he didn't care if I was seriously feeling like shit. Like, he just wanted me to stay there working. But anyways, so I quit the job. And I also quit that job because that's another point that I want to talk about. My anxiety hit me so hard, and the panic attacks, that I couldn't leave my house. So when they started, I was panicking every day. I couldn't leave the house. I will leave the house to go, let's say, to get groceries. I wouldn't even last not even 5 minutes without me starting to panic. And I was scared of everyone. I was scared to be around people. I was just really freaking out. I think that lasted for like a month or so. No, actually maybe like 2 months, that I really did not want to leave the house. And that was the darkest point in my life. I'm gonna try to not get emotional, but it's gonna be hard. You know, I was always like a really strong person. My mom passed away, like I said, and me and my dad never really get along. So when I was 18, I moved out. And since I was 18, I didn't ask for no one's help. I struggled a lot. I was always renting rooms here and there, moving around, sometimes with friends, sometimes with people that I didn't even know. Sometimes I didn't even have a place where to stay. But I was always strong. I was just like, you know what? It doesn't matter, like, you're gonna make it. I was going to college. I was working like 3 jobs at a time. But I was always, like I said, a strong person. So when this happened and I wasn't able to even do a normal thing such as going to the grocery store like how normal people do, it really hit me bad. I thought my life was over. I was just like, I'm done. Like, there's nothing more for me. I can't do this. During that time, I was going to a lot of doctors because I just didn't, like, one doctor would tell me something, I was just like, no, you're wrong. Because all the doctors just wanted to give me medication and medication. And I did take medication. They did give me, I honestly don't even remember the names, but I got a lot of different kinds of medications because all the medication that would give me, like, it would really make me worse. It would always send me to like the ER. So I was always going to the ER because I would feel worse. And mind you guys that the medication they were giving me like the lowest dosage they have, like the lowest, which I don't remember what it is. And then from that pill, they would tell me, okay, if it's too strong for you, then cut it. They would tell me to cut it into 4 pieces and just take 1/4 out of it. So I was just drink 1/4 from that pill, and I will still feel like shit, and I will have to go to the ER. So I didn't want to take medication. I remember they also sent me to this place where they have psychiatrists. And the place that I went to, it's like, kind of like, I don't want to say this because that's kind of messed up how to say it, but that's how you think about it when you don't know nothing about this. It's like where the crazy people go. Like that's how I thought about it. I was like, oh, they're sending me where crazy people are. I'm not crazy. Am I gonna go crazy? You know, that's how I felt. Because I didn't really know nothing about this. Bella's in the background. So I thought I was gonna go crazy, and I was really scared for that. And I remember when I would go to the psychiatrist, they would tell me like things like, do you want to kill yourself? Do you think like that? And thank God I never, to this point, I have never thought of killing myself. But I'm gonna say something that is, I guess, is similar to that later on. But when I was taking the medication, that's when I will feel like not that I want to kill myself, but I will get weird thoughts, like super weird. And that's what was scaring me, and that's why I didn't want to take the medication, because I will feel like, I don't know, like maybe with that medication I would hurt myself. So that's why I don't want to take the medication. During that time, I was with my ex-boyfriend. So I was in a relationship for almost 6 years. And it wasn't bad, it wasn't good. I guess we were just so used to being together that we would keep on being together, because we both came from, like I said, like lonely, being alone. You know, he doesn't really have his family, I didn't really have my family, so in a way we were own family, but we were growing apart. And I didn't want to realize it because I was so comfortable being with him. So when all of this happened, even before this happened, we had already talked about like we're not happy, that he wasn't happy being with me and wasn't happy with being with him, but we were still trying to work it out. When this happened, he stayed around for me because he knew how bad I was and he knew that I needed someone. We did live together, so he did stay around, but I felt like he was only staying around just because I was sick. I told him, I don't want you to be with me just because I'm sick, because in the long run that's gonna make it worse for me. I'm also gonna do about the breakup a different video because I don't want to put everything that happened here. It'll be super long. So basically we broke up, and I think that's what affected him the most with my anxiety, because, you know, to me it's kind of like I got a divorce. I kind of feel like that happened because we were together for like almost 6 years. I knew him for a little bit longer than that, and in a way he was all I knew. He was all I had. He was my best friend. So I felt like I was losing my best friend. I felt like, why is all of this happening to me? I still couldn't do stuff, so I couldn't go to the mall, I couldn't do anything. And when we were still together, he was getting tired of it. You know, every time we would go somewhere, be like, I want to go home, I don't feel good. And I totally understand that it could really get hard on someone. And I was seeing that like he was struggling to deal with it. And that's why I told him, if you're not happy with me, because I already knew that he wasn't happy anymore for a long time, I told him it's better for us to just go apart. He's still part of my life. I do want to mention that. I feel like he'll be part of my life for a long time because he knows all my family. I know his family, and he still looks out for me, you know, like how am I doing, if I'm good, stuff like that, if I need something, which I still appreciate. Us being together, it's not gonna work out. But the reason why I wanted to mention that is because for you guys to see also what's going on, because this is gonna go to the next thing. So that's basically my anxiety and my panic attacks. So I started going to counseling for that. Counseling is the best thing. Counseling, therapy, however you guys want to call it, is the best thing that ever happened to me. Like the best thing. And I recommend it to everyone. Not even if you guys are not going through depression or anxiety, I recommend it to everyone. Going to therapy, it really helped me how to cope during a panic attack, like what to do. With therapy, I'm able now to go outside in the world. I was able to get a new job because before, like I said, I was not working. It was a really low point in my life. So I was able to go get a job. I'm able to do so many things that I couldn't do before, because before I couldn't even go outside. I couldn't go to the park, I couldn't go to groceries, I couldn't go nowhere. There's still things that I still can't do by myself. I need someone to go with me, like for example to the mall, which is so stupid sometimes for me to say out loud, because I'm like, why can't I go to the mall, you know? But I just can't be around people, I just can't. And it's crazy to me because since I was 16, I have always worked inside a mall. Like all the jobs that I had were always inside the mall. That's why I don't understand why I can't go to the mall by myself, but I just can't. I'm working on that. Sometimes I can't go to other places like where there's a lot of people, and I don't know why I'm scared of being around people. I was never ever scared about being around people, but now it's just there. I stopped going to therapy for a year. I think it was a little bit over a year, because my therapist had to move out of town, so we stopped therapy. But when I stopped therapy, I was in a point that I was like, oh, I got this, like I'm strong, I'm really good, you know, I'm able to do this, I'm able to do that, you know, like I'm gonna be better, I'm gonna get better, like I'm good, I'm beating this. But no, I laugh because, not because it's funny, but just because I don't want to get sad about it. But I thought I was doing so much good, like so much better. I was like, I was able to go out and like send stuff like that. And I don't know, this year has been really really tough for me. I'm going through a really bad depression. I think when I started with the anxiety, I had depression, but it wasn't that bad. Because I think mainly it was just my anxiety, and now I really feel depressed. I feel so depressed that I feel numb inside. I feel empty. Sometimes I feel like I don't have emotions. If I want to cry, I don't cry. I can't cry. I don't feel happy. I just don't feel anything. And it's so hard. It's so hard because I feel so alone. I think it's starting to hit me that I don't have a relationship. Sorry. Sorry, my phone is going off. I'm not in a relationship, and at first I was like, oh, I don't need no man, I could do it myself, but now it's just like I kind of want to have someone, someone to talk to or someone to do stuff with, and to feel love. And it's been almost 2 years that I haven't been in a relationship since we broke up, and I haven't dated. And it's not because people ask me, oh, you're not dating because you still love your ex-boyfriend, you still want to get with him. And it's not that. I feel like I already closed the door in that relationship, and when I close my door, like in my heart, it's not gonna open again. I think I'm just scared. Not that I think, I know I'm really really scared today. It gives me really major anxiety, which maybe is normal because it's like, you're gonna date for the first time. I don't know how it is to date anymore. I haven't dated someone new in like over 6 years, so I don't know how you date now. And I'm only getting older, and that's also getting to me. I'm 28, so I'm like, I'm soon gonna be 30, and I'm single, and I don't have kids, and I don't really have nothing going on for my life. That's how I think about it. Because I always had goals. I was like, oh, by this age I'm gonna be married, I'm gonna have kids, and that's not happening. And in my past relationship, I thought he was the one. I thought he was gonna be the guy that I was gonna stay with and have a family. At one point I really wanted to marry him. Like, I was so obsessed with marriage, and I really wanted us to get married. But I'm glad that we didn't, because it wouldn't have worked out. And I'm glad that we didn't have kids either, because they would just suffer, So that's one of the things that is affecting me, just being alone. I also haven't shutting down myself, meaning I have friends, and they sometimes ask me to go out with them, and they try to do things with me just to get me out of the house, but I just don't want to. I like to be at home, and I think that's because I'm like just so sad that I just don't want to go outside. Sometimes I just want to sleep all day. I have no motivation for anything. Like nothing is really motivating me to do anything. Every day I wake up, I feel like a zombie. I feel like I just wake up, get ready, I have to go to work, and then come home. I go to sleep, or just watch TV, and that's all I do. My life is super boring, and that's why I also don't vlog as much as I would want to. Because I basically don't do anything. The only thing makes me happy is that little dog in the background. I don't know, if I didn't have her, I think I would be like so much worse for me. Because having her, at least I feel like someone's waiting for me at home. And there's a reason to wake up in the morning to feed her. Look at her, she knows I'm crying. So, I'm so happy that I have her. That's what makes me happy. She's my everything. Besides that, before, what will make me happy was doing videos, doing makeup, and now I don't even like to do videos. Not that I don't like, I just don't feel motivated to do videos. I am a makeup artist. I say it like this because I don't do it no more. I used to go do makeup every weekend and I love doing that, and now I don't because I'm scared. I don't know why, I'm just scared. I'm scared to go to people's houses. I'm scared to go do clients. I'm just scared. So I stopped doing that. I do still teach classes because I do teach makeup in academy. That's once a week. I still do that. That's the only little thing I guess I could say that makes me somewhat happy, that I'm still being able to do that. Although every time I'm in class I'm super anxious, but I do it. I think what's also affecting me is the job that I have right now. So I'm not gonna go too much in detail, but I'm mainly like, I'm a caregiver. So I work with autistic kids and I basically don't really see people. I don't talk to no one. Sometimes I go days without talking. Like seriously, like having a full conversation with someone. Like I would just, you know, say hi, yes, lately lately my language or talking, I'm like like I won't really even open my mouth to speak. And I noticed that that's been affecting me a lot because my English is, like I said, it's not my first language, so my English I feel like it's getting worse because I'm not really verbally talking to anyone. That is also really bad because I'm getting more into a little bubble and just getting more close and close and close, and not letting nothing get closer to me or anyone get closer to me. So I think that's what makes it more depressing and makes it more like anxious, because when I'm around people I just feel so awkward, I feel so weird, I feel so anxious because I'm always in my apartment, you know, and I don't talk to people. And when I talk to people I just feel so anxious. So I don't know how my depression started. I felt it kind of like during my birthday month, which was in February, and I was like, oh, I'll go away, because usually like I will feel for a couple weeks depressed and then it will go away. But this time it just keeps on going longer and longer and longer, and to this point I'm just going deeper and deeper. I feel like I'm just going down and down and down in a hole, and I can't get out of it. So what I did is I'm going back to therapy. I just started. I have gone only twice. And I'm so happy that I did that, because I know that's gonna help me to get my life back together, and I hope it does. I mean, just going twice. Like, if you guys follow me on Snapchat, you guys already heard this, because in Snapchat I'm really open about my life. I feel like when I get out from therapy I feel happy just to let things out, because now I don't even tell my things to I don't even tell my friends what's going on with me, because I just felt like I became that friend that is always like, oh, I'm anxious, oh, I don't feel good, oh, this and that, and it's like I don't want to be that person. So that's why I'm also closing up to my family or friends. The only good outcome of all of it is the relationship with my dad. When all of this happened, when I started first with my anxiety and my panic attacks, and I thought my life was over, like I seriously thought like my life was over, I called my dad and I told him what was going on, and I told him, I need you. I need you to be part of my life. I need you to help me, because I don't want to die. Because I really thought I was gonna die. For me to call my dad is a big ass deal. For me to call my dad is a big deal. I never like to ask him for anything. I always like to seem like I was strong and tough and I didn't need him. But I knew at that point I needed him, because that's all I have. You know, I don't have my mom. My brother was still young. He still doesn't understand. So I told him, I need you. Affection. I don't know. But me and my dad we have become so close now. I call him most of the time. I go visit him a lot of times, like once a week at least. And I tell him about my love life. How some guys try to hit on me and like stuff like that, you know. Which is so weird to talk to your dad about, but that's all I have. And that's the only thing that I'm like, I think that's the only thing that keeps me going. I still have my dad. I still have my brother. You know, you still have things here in this world for you. You can't give up in life. Because you can't leave them. That's how I think. Like, I feel like, you know, my dad was hurt when my mom passed away, because she passed away. And we didn't think she was gonna pass away, you know? So I think I could sometimes see how my dad feels worried for me. You know, he worries, and I don't like that. I don't want him to worry, because I should be worrying about him, not the other way around, you know? So there is days that I do just want to give up in life. Like I said, I don't get thoughts of getting something to hurt myself, but I do get thoughts of just being in bed and just don't wake up and just don't care. I'm just like, whatever happens, it happens. So those are the thoughts that I don't like. I don't like to feel like that. I hate feeling empty. I really, really hate it. I want to find something that really makes me happy, and I still don't know what it is. So I feel like therapy is gonna really help me, and I really want to go back to normal. I want to do so much stuff that I can't do right now. Also, I've been struggling a lot with the way I look. I never thought of myself as being like a pretty girl, but never. Bella just jumped on my lap right now, so I don't know if you guys will see her. You might hear her little nails, but I was somewhat comfortable. She just got on top of the table. I was somewhat comfortable with my skin and my body, because I was always super thin, although I was always bullied about it. But lately, I don't know, it's because I'm getting old. That's what my dad says. He says, es que estás viejita. I have gained a lot of weight. I think I gained like 15 pounds in this year, or yeah, or less than a year, I don't know. So I feel fat. Even though if you see me, you might don't think I'm fat, because you might think like, you know, you're just normal weight. But I feel fat. I see myself in the mirror and I'm like, I'm fat. I'm sorry, she's trying to sleep on the on the table. I see my body and I'm just like, I don't recognize it. I don't, because like I said, I was like a stick. You know, I was super thin. I was like always like 100 pounds. The most like 105, and now I'm like 120 something, I think. I stopped weighing myself because I just get so unhappy when I weigh myself. And I have rolls on my stomach. I know this sounds so stupid to talk about, but I never had rolls on my stomach. You know, like a little round stomach. I always had like a flat stomach, and that just makes me so insecure. None of my clothes fit me, so it's so hard now to go shopping for clothes because I'm like, I don't know what looks good on me. I just feel so insecure, guys. Like, I know this is maybe so dumb to talk about, but I just don't feel beautiful at all. It feels so ugly. And I think I was gonna get emotional saying that. And I think that's why I stopped doing makeup videos, because I just don't like the way I look. So I need to work on that too. Because I know, like, maybe I'm not that ugly, but I just feel like that. And I don't know if it's just my depression. And because of my depression, I eat a lot. I'm always eating. I can't help it. I just want to keep on eating and eating, and that's why I'm gaining so much weight. And because I'm so anxious, I can't go to the gym, because I feel so anxious being around people and not to work out. And when I'm at home, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna work out at home, but I just feel so... My memory got full, but I was just saying that even if, like, you know, if I want to work out at home, I don't do it because I just feel so depressed that I just don't even want to get out of the couch or bed, that I don't even try to work out. And that's something that I'm really trying to push myself to eat better, work out, you know, so I could at least feel a little bit better about my appearance. It is really hard because I never knew how hard it is to lose weight. I always, all my life, I was always like, oh, I want to gain weight and I want to gain weight. I would do so many things to gain weight, and I will never ever gain weight. So I was just like, okay, you know, I was used to, I was like, okay, I'm always gonna be thin. That's just the way it is. I'll get used to it. And I was happy with it. You know, I was like, okay, I'm already happy with my body. I realized that this is the type of my body, how it is. But now, gaining weight and seeing my body so different, it's really hard. It's really hard mentally to see yourself and be like, I don't recognize you. I don't recognize that person in the mirror. I don't, because all my life I was always so thin that now it's just like, I don't know if that makes sense to any of you guys, but it's really hard. And I think that's why, like I said, I don't do a lot of makeup videos, because I'm like, my face looks more chunky and I don't know, I just hate it. And I think that's also why I'm scared of dating, because sometimes I feel like I'm not good enough, you know, smart enough, good looking enough, or I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm not good enough for anyone to want to be with me. And I know therapy is gonna help me. I feel like making this kind of videos here are gonna help me, because later on I want to look back at these videos and be like, look where you were and look where you are now, because I have hope that I am gonna get better. I really have a lot of hope. I know that I'm gonna get better, and I want you guys to see that. I want you guys to go through this journey with me. I want you guys, because I know maybe a lot of you guys are struggling with the same thing, with anxiety, panic attacks, depressions, breakups, anything that I have mentioned, body image. I'm pretty sure you guys are going through the somewhat same things as me, and you know, I want this to be a platform for us to help each other. So if you guys want to comment anything down below that has helped you, let me know. That way I could try it for myself, or, you know, talk among you guys. I really want this to help anyone that's out there, and know that you're not by yourself. You're not alone. This is such a horrible disease. I think I feel sometimes it's like one of the worst diseases out there, because there's not really anything to help it. And it's like all mental, like it's all mental, like your mentality, you know, takes charge of your body. Like if my mentality tells me you can't go outside, my body's not gonna go outside. It's not gonna move. So it's really hard for you to tell your brain, your mind, no, you're wrong. I am gonna go outside. I am gonna do this. It's really hard. And sometimes I do that in my head and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going crazy, you know? I talk to myself in my head when something's telling me you can. I'm like, yes, I can. I am gonna do it. Don't tell me that I can't. So I do that sometimes, and that helps me. Like, you know, sometimes I'll be in a store and I start getting anxious and I'm just like, you're fine, nothing's gonna happen, just calm down and stuff like that. And that helps me. Probably I feel like I maybe forgot a lot of things that I wanted to mention. But I'm gonna have more videos like this, like just talking about one topic at a time. It's just not as long as this one. But I just really wanted to come here and really tell you guys what's going on with me, because I've really been struggling a lot and really not been here on my channel, which I really wanted to grow, and I really want to push myself to do something about it, to get better. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys watch all of it, thank you. I really appreciate it, because I feel like you guys will understand me more where I'm coming from. If you guys want to keep updated with me more of how my life is evolving, how therapy is helping me, follow me on Snapchat, because honestly Snapchat is like my little diary, you know, but it erases every 24 hours, but it's like where I really talk to you guys more, how my day is going or how therapy is going or anything like that. So I'll leave my Snapchat somewhere so you guys can follow me there. And yeah, so really appreciate it for you guys to watch this video. I don't know how to finish it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, my loves.